Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hanifiansyah. Today, I want to tell you a story about the origin of paradise bird, or we often called CENDRAWASIH. This bird is from Papua. So, let's get started. Once upon a time, there was an old woman living with a female duck in the Bambari Mountains. Bambari Mountains is at Fak area, to be precise, in West Papua. One day, the two of them were looking for food in the forest. So, they arrived at a place where fruiting pandanus trees were growing. The old woman took the fruit and gave it to the female dog. Curiously, the female dog ate the pandanus fruit. Suddenly, the dog's stomach became pregnant and gave birth to a puppy. Not long after, the old woman was curious to try it and immediately ate the magic pandanus fruit. Suddenly, she became pregnant and gave birth to a boy who was named Kueya. After Kueya grew up, he was able to open new fields in the forest. The equipment he used was only a stone axe in the form of a chisel. One day, when Kueya was cutting trees, suddenly there was an old man, who seemed to be trying to get close to her. Next, the man gave the iron axe to Kueya, so that opening new land can be done more quickly. Kueya asked the man to eat at his house, and finally acquainted with his mother. Because the man is meritorious in her life, the mother accepts the presence of this man as his life partner. From then on, they took place and were legally married, become husband and wife. Several years later, they both have 3 children. The children are already considered as Kueya's own siblings. However, the relationship between the 3 of them grew day by day fade away, due to the jealousy felt by her 2 younger siblings. One day, they tried gang up on Kueya simultaneously. A fight that balance instantly caused Kueya's body suffered quite severe injuries at once, made him very sad. Finally, Kueya hid in the corner of the house while spinning ropes from the bark of the Ngayin Pogak tree. When their parents returned home, the 2 brothers who had ganged up on Kueya were silent when asked. The youngest sister, who was also a witness to the incident, immediately told her parents about the beating. Her mother felt sad and worried after hearing this. She then called Kueya, but there was no answer at all. While answering, Kueya, who turned into a bird, tucked his span treats on his legs and then jumped on top of the house and moved to the tree branch near his house. His mother burst into tears, saying the change in the form of her beloved child, while asking for a share for him. Kueya gave an answer signal that the part for his mother was in the koba koba, or umbrella mat, which was located in the corner of the house. His mother immediately rushed to find Koba Koba and managed to find him. The span thread was immediately inserted into his armpits, then transformed into a bird that flew over a tall tree branch. Kueya and his mother were perched on top of a tree, chirping in a voice. So, since then, the bird of paradise has been in the world. How to distinguish the sex of male or female? Cendrawasih birds, namely the male Cendrawasih birds, always have long hair and are called sianga. Meanwhile, the female Cendrawasih has short feathers and is called hanggam tambor. That's all the origin of paradise bird or Cendrawasih. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.